Hello. We're doing this for documenting purposes, because this is our very first speaking opportunity that we have, and it's on the biggest photography stage, which is WPPI. It's a little intimidating, but we're not scared. Basically, what we're doing is it's day 2. We're how many days away? 22 days? We are 22 days away from WPPI. We're 2 days from WPP. Oh God, no, we're 22 days from WPPI, and we are at the stage where we've already mapped out what we want to basically say, and now it's what we're going to be putting onto the PowerPoint presentation, and we're recording it so that we keep ourselves accountable, because some of us have more ADHD than others. 22 days out, and this is how we're feeling. I am actually very calm. Like mentally, I think I'm a little bit calm. I freaked out about 6 months ago, but we did bomb. We, as in me, I bombed a Zoom call presentation, and that really took a hit to my confidence. So I definitely am a little bit more on edge, and I don't want to fuck up WPPI. So that's how I feel. Juan, how do you feel?
If you ask me how I feel, I have to say that we're all mortal. We're going to die. So just go out there and do our best. We got to practice beforehand. Obviously, we can't just go out there and say we got this shit. But if we put in the work and we practice, we learn these skills, record ourselves and see where we lack the skills that we need and work on those skills, I think we'll do just fine, better than fine. And this is just the first one, because this is going to be a long career of us on stage speaking, gaining knowledge, imparting knowledge. Cheers to first of many.
A big thing that we're trying to emphasize with this specific part of the slideshow. One, Juan and I are extremely unknown in the photography world, apart from like quinceañera photography. We do have a good following on Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff. But like, if you're not online, then you don't know who we are. It's quite humbling because, we're just in the photography world. We're unknown. If you're a quinceañera planning your event, you probably know who we are if you're from the Sacramento or California area. But
the thing is that our following is big, but it's mostly quinceañeras.
Yeah, it's not people who are doing their events.
Yeah, like I was saying, most of our following is quinceañeras. It's not me and you showing our faces and being educators. So this is... We do have a lot of photographers that follow us, but this is new to us. And I think the more we post, this is more of a transition period for us. We're going to lose followers, the quinceañeras that are saying, this is not what I'm following them for. I'm following them for quinceañeras, not for educational photography things. So we'll lose a little bit, but we'll gain the proper followers for the future growth.
We definitely want this opportunity again. I'm just trying to think through like emotions and all that stuff. I guess we're just trying to feel like we don't want to do a bad job. We want to do a great job. And we want people to feel like they're connecting with us emotionally, because a quinceañera is a very emotional event. And I don't think that people really understand that. I think when it comes to quinceañeras in general, people look down on the photography. Like if you're a wedding photographer, you're like above a quinceañera photographer, because you're just like, oh, it's a quinceañera, it's not even a big deal. But what we are trying to explain to people is it is as important, if not more important, than the wedding, because the quinceañera is the result of a wedding, or maybe a divorce, or there's different family situations, but it's a celebration where like the family can really come together because they all love this one child so much. So we don't want people to feel like the photography can just be mediocre.
But it's still in an early stage. I feel like before, people used to look down on wedding photographers. Like, oh, you're a wedding photographer? Like, you couldn't do your actual dream and your passion, which was to be maybe a fashion photographer or a cinema, someone that makes movies. So a lot of people got into photography just because they wanted to make movies in the future, and they just never really got to their goal. So people were looked down upon But now, wedding photography is a very creative, lucrative, and amazing thing if you do it right.
Yeah.
So this is where quinceañera photography is going.
Yep.
We have to follow in the footsteps of the giants.
What makes this extra harder for Juan and I is obviously we speak Spanish, but it's not our dominant language. Sue
Yeah.
us. God. Okay. We live in California. We speak Spanglish. Our families are Mexican. We speak Spanish. Have I ever given a class in Spanish before, other than in my Spanish degree when I had to give presentations? And it's almost been a decade since I had to do that. No, girl. It's been a long time. So the brain, when it's working in a second language, it works twice as hard. So it gets twice as tired. We have to think twice as hard. And we have to rehearse. So even if like maybe it'll seem a little bit scripted at the beginning, hopefully we're able to rehearse this enough to where we can say this with a lot of confidence. But it's not as easy as if we were to do a presentation in English where we're able to just like pull from all these different synonyms.
But no, I think it's a good thing, actually. I think it's a good thing that the first one that we're doing is in Spanish because we slow down.
Yeah, I think we can bullshit a lot more through English than we can in Spanish.
Yeah, if we slow down and we actually think a lot more and give every single word on this paper thought, that's impactful.
I want people to walk away inspired. That's my biggest thing, is I want people to feel inspired from our talk. Damn, if they can do it.
If these people can do it, I mean, that's how I felt when I met Abby. If she can run ultra marathons, anyone can run ultra marathons.
And I still have a faster time.
This might be true.
Yeah. Day 2. 21 days until WPPI.
Today we were supposed to do the work on this the whole day. Now it is 4:29 and we're just getting started. Don't have that morning energy, but let's get it done. Fuck it. Got to slap myself back into it. Look at you. I feel like we have to lock in a little bit more for the next 22 days, 21 days.
21?
Yeah, I think we just let today get ahead of us. It's not your fault. It's not my fault.
Me gusta la gasolina. La mamá gasolina.
I'll do this. No. Trying to make a photographer's life easier or capture better photos or both. But if there's one thing that we're trying to do.
Better photos.
Okay.
But I'm saying that if they are going to be more likely to go with whatever you're saying, the job is easier so you can get those amazing pictures.
I understand that, but right now we're grasping for straws. But I feel like if we start with those parameters in mind, how to communicate that we're going to make better photos or have an easier job, then it'll make us the writing easier. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Beautiful. We're finishing up the WPPI class, and I really thought that the hardest thing was going to be how do we fill an hour and a half? But now we're discovering the hardest part is how do we shorten the class to make it an hour and a half because there's just so much information. How do you feel, Abby?
Yeah, I agree. I think I talk too much too.
It's going to be fun. This is definitely our first time speaking, and we literally just can't wait because there's just so much information that we're going to give in our class.
Picture.
I took that, Abby.
I took this
Abby.
picture.
Abby.
I took this picture. And you told me, that's a really good idea. And then that's when I knew this bitch is going to try to take my... Hell no. This is my shot.
You were taking fucking cat photos.
Nah. I'll show you the fucking pictures you were getting. I will show you the pictures you were getting.
I know I got that photo.
I got this shot.
Whatever. I know I got that photo.
I got that shot. Because the shot that happened right after this was the mom coming through and going...
Yeah, I got those.
No, I did.
Oh my God.
I got this goddamn shot.
Abby.
I fucking know I got that shot. I'll show you the shot you got.
Oh my God.
No, Juan. I'm going to show you. I will fucking... I got those shots.
Look.
I got those shots.
Look.
I got the...
Look.
I gave you the...
Look at you.
I
Look
did
at you.
it for those shots.
This is fucking proof that she did not get those shots. She's in the fucking backdrop. Because I remember getting these shots and like, wow, these are really cool shots. So let me get these on camera. And there's Abby in the back. Look at that Abby right there.
Where am I?
Anyway, now that I won that fair and square.
Okay, you only won that one time.
Dude, you said you're gonna die. Okay, now die. Now die. Okay. It's a pyramid. And then you have the eye at the top.
Juan, I'm trying to think of a marketing term for it. It's called the quinceañera dress phenomenon.
I love that.
A phenomenon.
Okay, bye. Have a good night.
Bye. This is the end of day 2, and this was so much I have to edit, and I probably won't because knowing me, I fucking waste my time knitting instead of editing. Okay, 21 days to WPPI, and today we feel a little bit better. Bye. It's now day 3 of us working on this. We have 19 days until WPPI. And this is day 3 of working just on the PowerPoint presentation and on our presentation in general. Today I have to work the majority of the day by myself. Yesterday I was supposed to do this with Juan, but I was not feeling well. So I think the biggest thing on my to-do list today is to come up with the composition concepts that I want to come up with composition concepts that are unique to quinceañera photography, but not unique to photography in itself, but branding it so that people who take pictures of quinceañera specifically will understand what I'm talking about. So the process that we have come up with is, we as in me, I think the biggest issue that people have when it comes to shooting quinceañeras is they see the dress as like an obstacle or a hindrance in some way. Like, oh, well, you know, the dress is huge, so like you can't really do anything, and you can't like, I don't know, or they try to overcompensate by like, and trust me, I did this so many times too. Like, I wanted the motions to be bigger. I wanted the poses to be bigger. And there's like a time and place for that. Absolutely. Like, where we can make these poses really crazy and have fun with it. But ultimately, I think what we've been really trying to do is simplify the photography portion of it, because quinceañeras, this is their first time taking photos and feeling like they're the center of attention. And at least in our experience, like, it's really hard to get a girl that, I mean, when you're 15, I'm thinking back to when I was 15, like, it's not the most confident time of your life. I mean, I was a little delusional and like had confidence in other things, but like the thought of being perceived, and especially now where kids are just so much more aware that they're being constantly perceived, and that is like a huge point of insecurity for them. Why am I going to emphasize that by making them act like not themselves? If they are a dramatic person, we've had multiple quinceañeras who are theater kids who love that or who wanted to model. Girl, pop off. We will do all of the fun, crazy poses. But for the majority of the girls that we have worked with, which are a little bit more on the shy side, just totally normal, I think we have to be able to look at the dress as a pool of composition. And I'm really trying to understand how to communicate this. And this is honestly just me working through this in my own head. So I don't even know if this is even something that is even useful, honestly, if I'm going to be editing this later. But honestly, I want to be able to use this as a tool of composition and for people to just focus on simplicity when it comes to quinceañera photography, and focus on just letting the girls be comfortable and letting them feel special and letting them feel important, and just fuck everything else. We are less than a week away from WPPI, and we have not done any check-ins because we've actually been working on this PowerPoint so that it doesn't suck. And we're trying to do a very good job. We keep practicing and we keep elaborating on things. So I think basically what has been the most difficult thing is to not get stuck in rabbit holes and niches that are like, well, you can get into 50 things about light and you can get into 100 things about poses. We only have 90 minutes. We have to hit on 3 things. And our our Northern Star has been, how does this connect to quinceañeras? And what are the challenges and how to fix it? So we have 3 challenges when we're talking about quinceañeras. We're talking about the dress, the quinceañera's personality, and then the third thing that's a challenge is the court. But we're mostly focusing on the dress and the quinceañera. And everything that we're talking about has to directly go back to the dress and the quinceañera. Everything, composition, lighting, moment, all of it has to go back to that, either hitting one of those three things, the quinceañera, the dress, or the court. So I think we've been doing a good job in kind of elaborating on that, but we're just going to keep riffing and seeing how this goes. So we are 6 days out, and Juan is feeling confident. I am still a little scared, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We still have to buy outfits. And we just want to do a really good job because we want to come back to WPPI and we want to keep expanding as educators. And I think that'd be dope. Okay, so that's how we feel. And hopefully the next time that we check in, it's going to be at the airport or like the morning of, because Juan's crazy and he's going to run the Shamrock Marathon beforehand. And then we have a flight to Vegas. And then as soon as we get there, we have a 90s party with the Imagine team because somebody's getting remarried again. And then we just hit the ground running. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. But we're feeling okay 6 days before. Today's the day. We are speaking at WPPI. And how are we feeling? I think they're good. We're going to go over everything just one more time. We did party till 3 o'clock in the morning last night. So, when in Vegas. My voice is a little bit more raspy than I probably want, but it's fine. I'll be fine. And Juan is going to do great because Juan is very good at speaking. And everything's going to be good. Right?
Yeah.
We're excited. We're going to do a final run through. And then we're going to get ready to go. We're currently en route to our class. First time speaking. I feel a little sweaty. I feel anxious. My palms. It feels like I'm about to jump out of a plane. It's a very strange feeling. Holy crap, we're on the stage. And we're mic'd up. And now we can't figure out how to do the presenter mode, but that's why we got here early. Listo para tomar una foto, porque ya ves en las quinceañeras, locura. Pero L, C, M, luz, composición y momento, y lo mejor también cuando se traduce a inglés es igual. Cuando la familia sí nos da confianza, sí nos dicen que pues, ahí estamos para ellos y ellos saben que ahí estamos para tomar fotos de su. We just finished our class. And I can't believe we finished it. We're done. How do you feel?
I mean, for our first one, I think it went great. There's a lot to improve for sure, but you know, we got a lot of great feedback from the people that stayed afterwards. I was really impressed.
Yeah.
And people really, I mean, we are in a position to help people, and that's incredible. This is their livelihoods, and this is a big responsibility.
I think we had, how many people do you think came?
It was like maybe 40 people, maybe more.
It's more than 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, this is the first of many.
Practice a lot more, and this is, yeah, gonna get a lot better from here.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. We did it.
I just kind of want to sit here for a bit and not face the reality out there for a bit.
Okay. Okay.